Hello, nerds watching all over the internet. It is Thursday night, December 12th. It is 12/12, and we're here for another exciting live edition of Wrestle Wrewind. That's right, another great Thursday night to talk about all the cool things happening in the world of professional wrestling. We're talking matches, segments, title changes, pay-per-views, returning icons, and more. I am your host, Jose Casabona. I'm also the host, the founder, the executive producer, and content manager of this channel. And on behalf of all of us on the Ravens Flock, we appreciate you tuning in tonight. And joining behind the camera is the host of the Black Files by Typewriter for Wrestle Wrewind, the man who puts in the hours behind all the videos on this channel every single week. A man who, much like his hardcore idol, is also full of hard knocks and cheap pops, Mr. Wanda Rouse.
Thank you for that fine introduction, Jose, and don't you ever forget the mister. It really is great to be here tonight on YouTube and Kick!
Did you remember to have a nice day?
Jose, I can only emulate so far.
It's okay.
This is me we're talking about. I never have a nice day.
I mean, you're on vacation now. You gotta find a nice day somewhere.
Yeah, I suppose.
Now, folks, for all of you watching, please keep in mind, like all our other shows, we are simulcasting on YouTube and Kick. So hit the subscribe or the follow button on the bottom right corner of your screen. Click the bell icon to enable notifications. Leave your questions and comments below. We'll answer as many as we can. And if you wish to go above and beyond to support the Ravens Flock, then you can become an inner flocker. For $4.99 a month, you'll have access to all the perks that comes with our membership. Juan, tell them.
Well, for all the inner flockers we got in our chat, and I know we have plenty, go ahead and show off those lovely membership badges and custom emojis, letting everyone know that you are here to help rescue the Ravens Flock from the clutches of late-stage capitalism to become full-time streamers. Since 2013, we've been working hard, staying strong, and making your voice our mission. The only thing standing in our way is that we have to work regular-ass, bum-ass, ass-and-ass 9-to-5 jobs just to keep our lights on. However, there is a solution to that, and it requires only what you guys have already been giving us, which is your support. Just spread the word of the Ravens Flock. Let everyone know that they should subscribe to us. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your loved ones, tell your neighbors, tell your enemies, tell your high school reunion people who showed up, and tell your old classmates who picked their noses, and tell them all that if they want you to be in their lives and be in your good graces again, that they should subscribe to the Ravens Flock.
Otherwise, they'll get a lump of coal for Christmas.
Exactly, and the more subscribers we get, the more inner flockers we get from there, and before you know, we'll be fully self-sustaining thanks to you fine folks. With your help, we can and will succeed. You also get access to members-only content, a special discount to our merch store, link in the description below, and you get access to all of us, the Ravens Flock, your favorite motley crew of nerds, here to make your voice our mission by providing us your thoughts, your input, your feedback, your ideas to better shape the future of this channel to suit your tastes and needs. Up in the chat, we've got Carrie C., Mr. Quake, Kurisi Rando-sama. How you doing, folks? Lisa Boo, I saw here. Have a great stream, guys. We'll be in and out of chat. We appreciate that. And Jeannie Rick is here as well earlier. I have to work and might catch the end of the stream on my last break. I could use to see someone in a headlock. LOL. Happy Wednesday, Ravens Flock. Jeannie Rick, you poor thing. You need help. It's not Wednesday. It's Thursday night. You need rest.
You need
relaxation. You need your mind.
You know that it's a problem with your. You know that it's a problem with your exhaustion when you're forgetting the days of the week.
When you're starting to slow down like that, and everything blurs together, and it becomes a nightmare. Before we continue, we do have a special message from Carrie C. saying "Happy Holidays" to the Ravens Flock with a $10 super chat.
Yay! Thank you, Carrie C. We appreciate it. Ho ho ho! I say ho
say.
But yes. It is, yes, being exhausted from a day's work can be incredibly taxing physically and mentally. You'll forget days of the week. You'll forget what time it is. It's insane. But it's not impossible because these things do happen. And what we need in our daily lives is, of course, rest. We need some time to have fun. But more importantly, above all else,
and once we're rested,
we need a special dose of energy.
You're damn right we do, which is why we here at the Ravens Flock are proud to continue being partnered up with our friends at Glitch Energy. Glitch Energy, specially formulated smart energy blend, keeps you running strong all day long, just like the Ravens Flock, with 0 sugar, 0 carbs, 0 calories, 0 lag, and 0 crash. And if you head to glitchenergy.com on their website, you can see that they have a whole wide range of different products available for you. And make sure to bookmark these guys, because you never know when they'll drop a brand new set of flavors on your sorry behind, for instance.
Or you'll never know what flavors are going to come back for the holidays. Take a look at this one, the Grinch Berry.
Which is white? What the fuck? What is that?
You're a mean one.
Okay, but why did
Mr. Grinch?
Okay, Jose, without the context for a second, it took you having to sing it out for us to realize you didn't just become a man bat pig out of nowhere. What the crap? Yes, it is cranberry punch flavored over here. And don't forget its Holly Jolly counterpart, Elf Candy, that's available as well.
Yay!
For the holiday season, which, if I'm not mistaken, Elf Candy is jelly bean flavored.
That's right. For all the folks who love jelly beans out there, jelly beans is still a candy that everybody can enjoy, and thankfully Glitch has got you covered with that. If you're on the nice list, then the Elf Candy is for you. But if you're on the naughty list and if you're feeling green of the gills, then the Grinch Berry is definitely for you.
And of course, folks, the fact that these guys have a wide range of different choices isn't the only the excellent, I guess the best way you could call it is a selling point of Glitch Energy, is it, Jose? That's not the most important thing about them.
That's right. Juan's already covered all the bases, all the nutritional facts, the flavors, and everything. But folks, more importantly, if you go onto glitchenergy.com and use our promo code FlockFuel, you'll receive a 20% discount on your order. So don't delay. Go to glitchenergy.com. Get your energy blends today. Why? Because this Santa says so.
And more importantly, folks, like I have been mentioning to everybody, over here at Glitch Energy, not only are these guys interested in giving you a high-quality product, not only are they interested in making sure that you're well educated in their product, because they don't hide any gunk or malarkey in their advertising or anything.
No, they're about as 100% transparent as I am in solid form.
Yeah, wait, Jose, no, that's...
Actually, no, that doesn't make sense. But they won't lie to you.
And what's also great is the fact that these guys are also budget friendly for you, because our folks at Glitch Energy are partnered with Afterpay. So since the holiday season's upon us and people have to pick up gifts for each other, we know how much of a pain in the butt it can be to have to drop a lot of cash all at once, especially when it comes to bills and buying like food and decorations and all that. But Glitch makes it easier for you. So for example, if $34.95, which is their normal retail price, kind of stings you right away, then you don't have to worry. If you buy their product with Afterpay, you only have to pay 4 weekly interest-free payments of $8.74. And when, of course, you use our promo code FlockFuel, you'll get 20% off of the total order. So those 4 interest-free payments are even lower than that. Isn't that right, Jose?
That's right. So once again, go to glitchenergy.com, use our promo code FlockFuel, and get your blends today. We would like to thank Glitch Energy for partnering with the Ravens Flock. You really are a heel.
You don't know how to sing. Don't try. Please, it hurts.
Mr. Grinch! You're like a bad banana
also,
with a...
real quick.
You interrupted my singing. That's
good.
Rude.
Your singing is stinky and weird. And also, what's more important than your singing is the fact that Kurisi Randall-sama has been an inner flocker for 27 months!
Yay!
Happy unbirthday to me? Yes, LOL. I will be in and out of the chat while packing. No problem over here. Happy unbirthday to everybody, okay? Try the unbirthday cake flavored one. It tastes delicious. And also, Vicente Guerrero made his way into the chat. We appreciate you being here, Vicente. Yeah, nice black Santa hat there, Jose. Almost half Terrifier look. Oh yeah, the the monochrome killer clown from the Terrifier movies.
Oh, yeah. Because that's what I'm going for. Thank you. In the words of Squidward, you stink at singing. No offense.
Not taken.
That's okay. I don't care.
It's
So,
okay. Let's even. But what I know what you do care about, Zay. You care about telling everybody what exactly we do here on Wrestle Rewind.
well, here on Wrestle Rewind, we review 3 of the most exciting pro wrestling programs in North America today. That is WWE's NXT, AEW Dynamite, and TNA Impact. All right, so here we go. So we're in the holiday season. You know, the Survivor Series is done and over with. We're about to wrap up the year of 2024. AEW still have their pay-per-view event, AEW World's End, which will be at the end of December, at the final Saturday of December. TNA's Final Resolution is coming up tomorrow night, which is their final pay-per-view event of the year. And
Nice.
Yep, and WWE have wrapped up their pay-per-view event via NXT with NXT Deadline, which was on Saturday, December 7th at the Armory in Minneapolis, Minnesota. More on that in a little bit. And they're getting ready to wrap up 2024 with the return of a time-honored tradition in WWE, WWE's Saturday Night Main Event.
Yay, we're going retro! Also, Shamanistic Unicorn Tam is in the chat. Hey up, Tam, welcome to Wrestle Rewind. And Vicente is actually also telling us there was a horror movie out last year that was Grinch-inspired called The Mean One.
I gotta check that. I gotta find that.
That sounds schlocky. I want to see it. It must be ass, and I want more.
All right, so we're gonna start things off by reviewing the main event of this year's NXT Deadline. One, ring that bell.
Wait, hang on.
Ring them jingle bells.
Fine, but only because you said it not nicely. Here you go.
There we go. Thank you. That was a weird pause. All right.
I'm
Here.
a weird guy, Jose.
I know I am. All right. Here we go.
I'm a weird guy.
Oh, yeah, you are a weird guy. We're all weird people. Normal is a lie. Anyways, so this year's NXT Deadline, of course, every year the type or one of the traditions of NXT, the focus is the Iron Survivor Challenge, an incredible concept that was developed by the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels, where 5 contestants compete against each other in a 25-minute time limit match to try to score pinfalls and submissions in order to score points. And when the timer runs off, whoever scores the most is the Iron Survivor and gets the challenge for the NXT Championship or the NXT Women's title.
Depending on which, if you were men or the women's, yeah.
Fuck, I don't have the rules with me. Juan, can you do a quick Google search of the Iron Survivor
I
Challenge?
gotta do all the work for you, don't I? How dare you?
Yeah, I know. But while Juan's doing that, I'll just briefly touch on how fun it was to watch. You know, me and Juan, we got a chance me and Juan, we got a chance to watch the pay-per-view event. Yeah, that's accurate. We got to watch the pay-per-view event, and it was a lot of fun. There was only, I believe there was only 5 or 6 matches, but that's all right. Less is more, as they say. It's not about the quantity; it's about the quality. You don't need to overload your paper or your one-night pay-per-view event with 12 matches or, Lord forbid, 13 matches.
We're looking at you, Tony.
I mean, he said it, not me.
I mean, yeah, he's the only one who does this dumb shit.
Yeah, he does. Oh my god. Sorry, but AEW's not profitable enough to have a 2-night special.
Okay, so
here we go. Juan is about to read off the rules of the first of all, we're gonna read off the rules of the Iron Survivor Challenge.
Holy shit!
Gesundheit.
I've been fighting this sneeze back for the whole of a.
Someone's thinking about you.
Oh my god, seriously.
A lot.
Yeah, too much.
All right. Bless you.
Okay, come on.
Hang on. Bless you in advance.
Thank
Juan,
you.
What are the rules?
Okay. All right,
applies to men and women.
This is a little bit blurry, so bear with it over here. All right, 25 minutes time limit with 5 superstars competing to become number 1 contender. 2 superstars start the match, and every 5 minutes thereafter, a new superstar will enter until all competitors are in the ring. Falls can be won at any time via pinfall, submission, or disqualification. When a superstar scores a fall, they will earn 1 point. when a superstar loses a fall, that superstar will be forced out of the ring and into a penalty box for 90 seconds before he can re-enter the match. Or in this case, she. And the superstar who has scored the most falls when the clock hits 25 minutes will be named the Women's Iron Survivor and #1 contender for the NXT Women's Championship.
Yay! And of course the...
Oh, Jesus!
Gesundheit.
Enough! Who is trying to sneeze me to death? What is this about, man?
Who cursed you today?
If only I knew.
All right, so we're gonna talk about the main event, and this is one of the 2 Iron Survivor challenges in the women's bracket.
Except this image is so hilariously big, it's taking me forever to resize just to fit the screen.
I apologize. I got it straight from Twitter. I got it from WWE Twitter.
Oh, Jesus Christ, though.
I know. Like they love their high resolution images, don't they?
Yes, they do. That means it's killing me here, though. Good Lord. I don't know what's going to get me worse, the sneezing or this image here.
Well, you almost got it. There we go.
Oh my God.
Okay, so the main event of this year's NXT Deadline is the Women's Iron Survivor Challenge.
There you go.
Featuring yes.
Excuse me.
Go ahead, man. Do what you got to do. All right. The 5 participants that are in the Iron Survivor Challenge is from top left to the center. You've got Ren St. Clair representing the No Quarter Catch crew. You've got the beautiful madness that is Julia. And then from left to right, the black-haired one, you've got the Dark Angel, Stephanie Vaquer. And the blonde all the way to the right, you've got Sol Ruka and the Beast that's in the center. With the pink hair mohawk from death, hailing from Adelaide, Australia, is Zarya.
Okay.
It is so cool. The first contestants to start off the Iron Survivor Challenge, of course, is the each one of these participants qualified for the Iron Survivor Challenge. They won singles one-on-one matches to get into the pay-per-view event. Ren St. Clair won a last chance triple threat match, I believe, against Kalani Jordan and against Jada Parker on an edition on NXT, which I covered last week. Jada Parker had that match won, but Lola Vice interfered, and Ren St. Clair took advantage of the distraction, and she got the victory. She won the last chance match. So there we go. And
it was so embarrassing. Give me a minute.
You're fine. Don't worry about it. Juan will be okay, folks.
No, I won't. Someone's trying to kill me. Here, keep your eyes on the rubber ducky.
Of course. Now, participant number 1 to enter in the Iron Survivor Challenge was the beautiful madness that is Julia.
You don't have to keep calling her the beautiful madness that is Julia.
Fine.
Just say Julia. Julia.
And the second participant is Ren St. Clair. And to start things off, in the first 5 minutes of the bout, it was actually really technically sound between Julia and St. Clair. This is St. Clair's first ever headlining a pay-per-view in this main event. This is her first pay-per-view main event ever. Period.
And considering that she had basically come from doing fuck all with the No Quarter Catch crew as their valet / obligatory female member of the team, with her actually getting to go into this kind of match with these kind of big main event style pressure and territory and all that shit. Unbelievable jump for her, and to her credit, Ren St. Clair held her own. She didn't buckle under the spotlight or nothing. As a matter of fact, she gave all the other women a run for their money until things started going comically wrong for her. But we'll get to that in a little bit.
We'll get to that in a little bit. But as I said, for the first 5 minutes, Ren St. Clair definitely gave Julia a run for her money. They did their technical ground game between the two, back and forth reversals. Ren St. Clair even at one point locked in a last chancery submission hold, and she was pretty much spinning, twisting her it's hard for me to put it in words. You know what I'm talking about, right?
No, I don't.
Where she did this, that whole spinning her.
What?
Oh my God! Ah! All right, yes, she did a rolling while she had the cattle mutilation submission hold, locked in on Julia. It was so cool, and like I said, it was hard for me to put it in words, but it's so awesome to watch. But don't worry, because entering next after the 5 minute is Sol Ruka. Sol Ruka, she immediately starts overwhelming Julia and Ren Sinclair with high flying moves, cross bodies, drop kicks, you name it. And of course, you know, we can't have a multi-person match without multi-person spots.
Shenanigans abound. Holy crap.
Look at that submission after submission. It's a double submission.
Yeah. No, Julia locking in both Sol Ruka and Ren Sinclair into this like STF style, crossface style looking hold over here. Jesus Christ, it's fucking hilarious.
It's fucking hilarious, and it's fun to watch. It's really good. It's really some good shit from all three of these contestants. There was one point where both of them were all dazed and confused at one quarter, and Sol Ruka hit a double soul snatcher on both Julia and Ren Sinclair, and she was trying to go for a double pin, but both these ladies rolled out of the ring, and I'm like, you missed your chance.
Yeah, no, it was hilarious because Sol did match the two of these ladies, and it looked like she was going to score an easy twofer for herself because, yeah, we saw that Obafemi did the same thing in the men's Iron Survivor match where he pinned two guys at the same time and scored 2 points simultaneously. And so it looked like Sol Ruka was about to pull that exact same stunt, but only for Julia and Ren Sinclair to tumble out of the ring.
Oh, man.
That's the one downside of the Soul Snatcher finisher. If you're not directly on top of them, you're not going to get that pin right away.
And then afterwards, after the next 5 minute point, we got the next contestant, and it's Zarya. And Zarya enters the ring, and she tears down the house. She starts, and she decimates.
She was beefing.
She was
beefing with everybody. Look at that. She's beefing with Sol. She was beefing with Ren. She was beefing with fucking Julia. She's beefing with the ref. She's beefing with Booker. She's beefing with the timekeeper. She's beefing with fucking, who's that fucking ring announcer guy who looks like the
Mike Rome?
Yeah, Mike Rome. She's beefing, all right? Because in Australia, you're beefing everywhere.
We just had a cheeseburger, so that's why Juan's saying beefing a lot.
Beefing.
But yes, Zarya enters the Iron Survivor match, and she decimates all the competitors in the ring. And it's gonna take a combined effort to knock down Zarya because one person is not gonna be enough. So. And in this brief moment of
mutually assuring destruction here.
Mutually assuring destruction. Yeah, Julia.
You don't have to copy everything I say.
Yeah, Julia and Sol, they team up and they hit a double powerbomb on Zarya through the announcer's table, and that led to one hell of a crash. And you can go ahead and share the picture, Juan.
Oh yeah, no, it was beautiful. It was the most ridiculous thing ever.
It was so ridiculous that, look, even got Ren Sinclair exclaiming, OMG, that could have been me! Except I'm in this penalty box for, like, the billionth time. Okay, I'm exaggerating.
Oh, yeah, no. That was the one thing. Like, poor Ren couldn't catch a break. I believe it was Julia who sent her into... No, it was, Julia who sent her into the penalty box right before this time. And then when she gets back in, she gets hit by a soul snatcher from Sol Ruka, and she's sent back into the penalty box again. No, immediately after fucking coming right out. Like, she pulled a Santino with the Royal Rumble thing. Like, walking out and then having to go right back in. So, yeah. And you're right here. Vicente, motherfucker, Zarya, not only badass, but Australian women are hot as fuck.
Whoa, okay, Vicente. You're channeling your inner Juan energy there.
Exactly. Fuck.
But yes, unfortunately, it was very much bad luck for Ren Sinclair. The penalty box and Ren Sinclair, they become best friends by the end of the night.
Not by choice.
I know.
Ren would have preferred to have any other friend.
And then
any friend at all.
And then
anyone who could have saved her.
Well, unfortunately, you can't make friends in an Iron Survivor Challenge, but you can make more enemies because we finally get the last contestant, the Dark Angel, Stephanie Vaquer, who enters the match, and she starts wailing on all the other contestants here. Here you see she kicks Julia over the side of the head to break up another pinfall, keeping her from scoring another point.
which was something that Julia was not looking forward to there. You got to remember, Julia and Stephanie Vaquer have been tag teaming off and on as like the two of the three hottest new prospects of NXT. So it only made sense and it was wonderful. But whenever, like, we knew that eventually these two would have to stand across each other in the ring. It
was gonna happen one way or another, and and then at this point of the match, we're like every woman save for Ren Sinclair has scored a fall. Each one of them are all four of them are tied 1 point. Ren Sinclair is still reading eggs on her scoreboard, and we're getting cutting down to the wire here. And yes, we have this really cool spot. I don't care how ridiculous it looks, but it's like Julia and Stephanie are like fighting each other, and they're grabbing each other
by the hair, and
they start headbutting each other. Like, I'll give you a demonstration.
No, we don't have to. What the fuck are you? Wait, what are you doing?
It's okay.
Wait,
hang on a minute.
Hold on. If you're going to do this right.
Okay, well, first of all, let me take this hat because this hat is very expensive and I don't want to ruin it. There we go. Here's an example. Oh, God!
As in, not real headbutts. As in, they let their hair make it look like their heads are making connection. And see, the problem with that, it doesn't work because this motherfucker has no hair. So we can't do that same faking. I've got hair, but not enough for the both of us. Improv better. Leave my hair out of your mess.
Well, thank you for being my guinea pig.
Bitch.
All right, give me a second, folks. I'm going to put my Santa hat back on. That was fun.
Let's never do that again.
Oh, boy. But it wasn't all bad luck for Ren Sinclair, as Ren Sinclair was able to get into the ring, and she was able to score a point before the match was over.
But here's the problem, Zay. She scored that point with under 90 seconds left on the clock, and she scored it on Sol Ruca, effectively eliminating her from the remainder of the match. At that point, you had 90 seconds for either Ren Sinclair, Stephanie Vaquer, Julia, or Zarya to score one more fall in order to claim the victory. Sol Ruca got fucked over hard by that one. Considering how incredibly athletic she was in this, I would say that's a bit of a travesty, but that's just me opinion.
That is a travesty. And yes, Zarya did get back up because that table don't do shit to her. So she gets back up, and in the final moments of the match, all four of the contestants are brawling in the middle of the ring, and Julia was able to hit her knee onto Zarya. She was able to score her second point. She's leading on points now, and we're in the final seconds, and Stephanie Vaquer and Julia are exchanging pin reversals, and in the final seconds, it looks like Stephanie Vaquer might be able to score another pin, but oh no! The timer ran out!
With Julia having scored a pinfall on Stephanie Vaquer just before that. And just as Stephanie managed to hit her finisher on Julia, and as she was able to get Julia rolled over for a pinfall, the time ran out and the ref could not make the count.
And look at that. Julia wins the match, and she is celebrating. She's got all the confetti. Look at that. She's got all the green confetti that circle around. Green? That's a choice. But
it's like that bright light green / golden yellow. You know, kind of like how you have the green and the yellow in her, or rather turquoise and yellow in her outfit, I guess. I don't know.
I guess. But nevertheless, she gets the confetti celebration, which is odd because they didn't give it to Obafemi in his Survivor.
You start the show with confetti, then that makes the confetti not feel as important.
Well, at least they could have given him pyro.
Yeah, they could have. But this is NXT. Do they look like they have pyro budgets? You're lucky they gave you confetti.
Your winner of this year's Women's Iron Survivor Challenge at NXT Deadline, Julia.
The Beautiful Madness, Julia. Jose, why did you leave out the Beautiful Madness?
Because
that is so disrespectful of
you. Know what? Fuck you. I'm going to say it regardless of... I don't give a fuck about your opinions. I'm going to keep saying the shit that I say, and I'm just going to let you say everything you say go in one ear and out the other.
So you're just going to continue treating me the same way you always do.
Yes! And just for that, you're getting a lump of coal for Christmas.
And just for that, you're not getting dinner for Christmas. What? I can fight back too. What? I ain't scared of you, Santa. Freaking 1,500-year-old fat ass motherfucker over here.
Yeah, I'm not fat.
Then why do you compulsively keep a weight scale in your bedroom? Huh? Why, if you're not so fat, huh?
Okay,
why does the side of your bed say wide load, huh? Huh, Santa? Huh? Why does it smell like reindeer dander in your room, huh, Santa?
All right, we're getting
Are you keeping reindeer from us?
Bitch, I might be. Anyways, we're getting off topic here. Julia won the match. That means that she gets to challenge for the NXT Women's title against Roxanne Perez. These two women have an opportunity to run it back at New Year's Evil next year.
Yay, so that's what, 3 weeks away? 2.5 weeks away?
2.5 weeks away. Yep, NXT New Year's Evil will be...
Wait, no, because it's New Year's Evil it's on Tuesday, January 1st, right?
Calendar time.
Yay.
Don't worry, I got this. Let me check my calendar and I'll give you an answer.
Yeah, no, Tuesday, December 31st here. I'm not sure when it's supposed to be.
Nope, it's going to be on Tuesday, January 4th, and it's going to be on NXT, but no. All right, fine. Google search it. Google search it.
January 4th is a Saturday.
Wait, sorry, January 7th. My bad. My Google calendar is so weird.
What the hell?
Anyways, so it's going to be on Tuesday, January 7th. It's going to be on TV, but they're going back on the road live over in Los Angeles, California.
Yay! As part of the whole celebration of Raw is Netflix, or Netflix is Raw, or something.
Woohoo!
What are they calling it? Which way are they calling it?
Raw is Netflix.
Raw is Netflix?
It doesn't have the same ring as Raw is War, but we'll let them have it. Anyways, so... that was NXT Deadline. It was fun. It was great. We loved it. So now we're going to go into the fallout. Now we're going to talk about this week's edition of NXT.
Holy shit. All right, so we got the setup. Let's see how this plays out,
All right, so this week's edition opens up with an in-ring promo segment from the winner of the aforementioned Women's Iron Survivor Challenge, the beautiful madness that is Julia.
All right.
Yeah.
So Julia... obviously very proud of herself, and well-deservedly so, after successfully winning the Iron Survivor Challenge.
Unfortunately, she only had a minute of mic time. She said that she is the Iron Survivor Challenge and that she's coming after the NXT Women's Champion. And speaking of which, immediately jumping in and interrupting the proceedings is the prodigy, Roxanne Perez.
Who's framing these shots?
I know they're short, but do you have to emphasize it?
Seriously, guys, this is painful. This is embarrassing.
Yeah, look, you're forcing Juan to squint, and he wears corrective lenses.
More to the point, you're forcing our audience to have to squint. Like, okay, I know Julia, like Jose said, Julia and Roxy may be short or what have you. Like, they may be ladies of smaller stature. Here we go. I'm just gonna crop over here for a minute.
They may be ladies of smaller stature, but come on, man.
Seriously, this is just an embarrassment, guys. Come on.
Anyway, yep, thank you. That actually helps. Thank you, Juan. Yes, Roxanne is small. We know that, Mr. Quake. But that doesn't mean that the WWE camera crew have to emphasize how small they are. Jeez.
Seriously, it's so rude.
It's like the opposite of big fish, small pond.
It's literally just rude.
Exactly.
It's just very rude of them.
So after Roxanne cut Julia's promo segment short, no pun intended.
Oh my God!
Roxanne got on the mic and she reminded Julia that the last time they clashed, she beat Julia in the CW premiere edition of NXT, and that when they clash at New Year's Evil, it's gonna be the same results. And then just when it looks like they were about to throw down, Cora Jade.
No, because what's her face? Julia was saying like, "Oh, you're so sure. Why don't we do this right now?"
Unfortunately, the numbers advantage are against Julia because then out comes Roxanne Perez's BFF, Cora Jade, with the black kendo stick and all, and she's about to team up with Roxanne Perez, and they show the video footage that Stephanie Vaquer was attacked backstage, leaving Julia all alone to defend for herself.
Which was such a dick move because they're like, oh my god, who did that? What's going on? Like, they're showing the backstage guys going up to Stephanie Vaquer, and they're like, oh, like, what happened to her? What happened? And Cora's like, by the way, that was me. And then started wailing on Julia with the kendo stick. And okay, one thing. Sorry, minor aside. I know this is a horrible moment of brutality for our noble hero Julia. But I gotta ask.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna be playing with the crop tool here a couple times during the
I
night.
like this. This is helpful.
But I do need to ask. Stop. God dang it. I do need to ask. What are those?
Those shoes.
What are those shoes? Are those like? Those are like disco ball Chuck Taylors? What is that? Give me a minute.
They look pretty nice. I like it.
Yeah, they look nice, but what
also,
are they?
Also, if we're talking clothing, I like Julia's pants. Those are really cool, really awesome, like very grunge.
Very grunge rock, yeah, I can tell. But what the fuck are you wearing here, Cora? How did your father, CM Punk, let you leave the house like that?
Oh my god. They're moon shoes, as Mr. Quake would say. And
oh my lord, thank you.
And Vicky Guerrero said, yes,
Vicente Guerrero.
Vicente Guerrero said, yes, bad cam shots by NXT camera staff. This is what happens when cam operators listen to Far Away by Nickelback, then take the song name literally.
Okay. For the record, I'm not going to knock on Nickelback this time.
No, because it'll cost you a nickel.
I'll just get that nickel back.
Go on.
But goddamn. That's just painful, Vicente. That hurts my heart. And yeah, no, seriously, the whoever's doing the framing for these shots needs to get sent back to Full Sail University because of how tiny they make the women look here. Like, it's comically so. It's embarrassing. Come on.
You don't have this problem when you're shooting Monday Night Raw or SmackDown. Anyway.
That's because the guys on Raw and SmackDown
are more experienced.
Seasoned staffers over at WWE.
But anyway, so getting back to it. So thankfully, it wasn't all blue and doom and gloom for Julia. Kalani Jordan comes by to save Julia from the 2-on-1 assault, and we have a tag match set up for the main event, which we will get to later.
All right, so Kalani Jordan came and rescued Julia, and so it's going to be, like you said, a tag match between Kalani and Julia versus Cora Jade and Roxy.
AKA the descendants of CM Punk.
Exactly. Yeah, glitter shoes, so 80s and 90s esque. And yeah, Shamanist Unicorn Tam, take a look at the shoes too. I like Nickelback, to be honest. I never have gotten why people started hating them.
I think it's because they're overrated.
It's because they come off overrated. They come off very overexposed, if you would.
Yeah.
It's like the John Cena effect. How can I miss you if you don't go away kind of thing.
Precisely. Now let's talk about the exciting match of the evening, and these two guys are running it back as well. Javon Evans goes one-on-one against Wes Lee. That's right, Wes Lee. He's got a new attitude. He's got a new demeanor. He's got new clothes.
He's got a haircut.
He got a haircut.
So rude.
You know that things are serious when he cuts his dreads. That photo's old, man. You could crop that shit out.
But why didn't they?
Because, I don't know. Because they're lazy. Anyway, so these two guys run it back after their backstage brawl at NXT Deadline, and it's basically non-stop high-flying action from Javon Evans to Wes Lee. Now, the only difference is that Wes Lee's changed up his game a little bit. Since he's playing as the heel, he's doing less high-fly flippity-doo-dah moves, and he's actually a little bit more grounded in his offense, hitting a series of strikes at Javon Evans, cutting him off before he gets a chance to leap from his feet, and just keeping him grounded, keeping the bouncy boy grounded as possible.
which is so rude. They're both supposed to be bouncy boys. You're both supposed to bounce, bitch. What the fuck, froggies? Start leaping.
Yeah, no, and the fans got treated to an incredible delight. Javon Evans and Wesley hit a lot of high flying moves. They did tope suicidas on each other over the top rope. They brawled with each other at ringside, slamming against each other against the security barricade. When they got back into the ring, as we get closer to the end, Wesley, he hits the cardiac kick onto Javon Evans, but Javon kicks out after 2.
Oh my god!
And the cardiac kick is supposed to be the finishing move of Wesley. So now Wesley's got to think about, what the hell am I going to do to put this boy down?
What am I going to do? We don't know. What did he do?
We don't know. But thankfully, Javon Evans was able to get his second win. He was able to knock off Wesley off his perch, and he goes over and he springboards from the top turnbuckle and hits his own finishing move, like this awesome corkscrew splash moonsault. It looks cool. I can't tell you what it is, but it looks so cool that he finally got the pin and the victory. Your winner, and now 2-0 over Wesley, Javon Evans.
So hopefully now Javon will leave him. Will be left alone over here.
Yes,
now Wesley will start minding his own fucking business.
Yeah, I thought
all of this came out was because at the end of the Men's Iron Survivor Challenge, neither Wesley nor Javon Evans won, and Javon was like, I've never been in a Iron Survivor match, and I feel good. I didn't win, but that was an incredible experience, and I'm not going to forget it. And Wesley walking past was like, dude, how could you still be so positive after winning? You suck. No, you suck. Rah, rah, rah. That's basically how we got this match.
Yeah, honestly, I thought their fight over on the ECW edition of NXT pretty much closed the rivalry, but whatever. Oh, speaking of the ECW edition of NXT, I forgot to point out, kudos to Javon Evans, because the ring attire that he wore for that edition, he was paying homage to ECW legend, the late New Jack.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, if you look at the ring gear that Javon Evans wore at the 2300 Arena, he was paying tribute to New Jack.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it's awesome. It's so cool. Well, depending on your opinion of New Jack.
New Jack was, he ended his career and subsequently his life with his last match with him stabbing a guy in the back with a knife.
Yeah.
I don't think that's the best thing to do for winning or for going through a wrestling match, no matter how kayfabed it might get, because he fucking stabbed a guy in the back.
I think the bigger question is, how the hell did WWE let him get away with it?
That wasn't WWE, Jose. It was out in the Indies.
No. I'm talking about Javon Evans because
New Jack was ECW.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh, God. Yeah. No. New Jack, for better or worse, a lot worse, but he was definitely one of the guys that revolutionized Extreme Championship Wrestling with his insanity and his extreme style.
Trying to murder people.
Yeah. Or botching dives out of a scaffold. But anyways, so let's go ahead and move on. Let's get over to the exciting segment of the night, because now we're going to turn things over in the men's bracket. The winner of the Iron Survivor Challenge, who made his big return, a surprise return at Deadline, the ruler, the conqueror, the bringer of war, the great Obafemi, is the men's Iron Survivor. Oh!
It was a nightmare the moment he came into the ring on a Deadline. Everybody, just bodies just flying everywhere. It was horrible.
Speaking of nightmares, this photo is questionable. I know he's supposed to look intimidating, but he's giving me the look that he's going to eat my dinner tonight.
You're going to eat Jose's burgers? Why would you do that, Oba?
Because he's rude. That's why.
Just don't do that, Obafemi.
So Obafemi,
you don't want Jose's burgers. I made them. You don't know where my... actually forget it. Never mind. Yeah, you're going to want my burgers.
So Obafemi gets on the mic, and yes, he is back, and he came back to the huge ovation and a huge pop from the NXT fans. He won the Iron Survivor Challenge, and he is now turning his attention to the NXT champion, Trick Williams. He admitted to the fans that Trick and Obafemi have never crossed paths directly. Trick Williams was only he made this bold claim that Trick Williams was only the NXT champion, and he's only in the main event spot because Obafemi allowed him to.
Dun dun dun.
Oh, this really set the champ on edge as Trick Williams comes face to face with
the great
Obafemi. These two are scheduled to go one-on-one for the NXT Championship at New Year's Evil. Now, it's important to know that this does come with an asterisk because Obafemi was the surprise Plan B Plan B participant in the Iron Survivor Challenge. The original 5th participant was supposed to be Eddie Thorpe, but Ava announced that Eddie Thorpe would not be able to compete, so that's why they brought in Obafemi, Plan B. And speaking of which,
of course, Eddie Thorpe had worked up and basically came in and said, "Hey, no, I got cheated out of a chance to even be part of the Iron Survivor challenge. I should have a chance to go in and get myself set up with a title shot."
And the fans were not on Eddie Thorpe's side. The fans were they were letting him have it as he was trying to talk, and Obafemi told him to shut up, and when he did, the fans popped for Obafemi.
Oh my lord.
Damn.
So not only Obafemi, but Trick Williams started laying it on him.
Oh yeah, they laid on Trick Williams laid on him both metaphorically and physically.
So they has fight?
They has fight.
Yay!
Yep. Trick Williams is pretty much sick of all. Trick Williams knocked him down with a right hand, and he's pretty much sick of all the people that kept doubting him ever since he became the NXT champion. Still calling him a sidekick, still saying that he's not tough enough, that he's too soft. And he and Eddie Thorpe will be fighting one-on-one next week on NXT.
Holy shit! So next week on NXT, Eddie Thorpe and Trick Willie are gonna throw down. But like, what about his claim for getting set up with a chance to get a championship match? I mean, that would have been an interesting stipulation to throw in there. But as far as I know right now, they're just going to be duking it out one-on-one. And Eddie Thorpe, like, man, if this doesn't solidify his heel turn, I don't know what does. And Obafemi, like, he's a heel, but he's a very, very popular, very over villain in NXT. So we got no clue what's going to happen here. No, we don't. Now, before I continue on, let's read the live chat here. Vicente Guerrero. Finisher fails once, then hit a second time, and that usually works. Hey, no such luck for Wesley here. Truth Career. Yep, there we go, Mr. Quake. Obafemi got game. Reverse Uno card, clever. Of course, Eddie Thorpe is a whiner. Ava is happy. Here we go. And yeah, and Vicente saying big respect for Javon Evans, paying tributes in New Jack. Usually hardly wrestled, but Jack could brawl and could cut a great promo. Oh, yeah, he could definitely cut a great promo. Oh, a little too good, if you ask me. I mean, imagine what New Jack would have said last Wednesday morning. With the what do you call it? With the United Healthcare CEO shooting. Oh God! Imagine the promo he would have cut there is just the same shit that he did at Smoky Mountain, where it's like, oh, by the way, I want to give big props to OJ Simpson. That's 2 more down. Keep up the good work, man. Jesus! Yeah. Oh, you remember that? I remember it now. Oh God! New Jack stabbed the Aussie guy 9 times in their match, basically because Aussie guy was being stiff after a body slam attempt, and Aussie guy was landing chops or punches into New Jack's neck. That is a rule. You don't when you set up a match with New Jack, you don't go against the plan because if you do, New Jack will not be forgiving. Hence stabbing in the back. All right, let's move on to the match of the night. And this is a tag match, player. The teams of Hank Walker and Tank Ledger versus the team of Google search. Oh my God. Shut up, okay? So Hank and Tank versus I'm finding out Google right now. Search. That's an excellent name for a tag team. Listen, man, all these new people coming in, okay? It's making it hard for me to keep up. I'm just one man! Clearly.
All right, let me see if I can find it here. No, it's not here. It's not here. Give me a second here. No, it's okay. NXT results. There we go. That'll give you the names. Come on, bear with me, folks.
How much you want to bet I find it before Jose does?
No. I'm already on. Oh, you're on the same source as I am. Screw you. All right, here we go. Here we go. Versus Tyson DuPont and Tyreek Igwe.
Oh my god, you actually got it faster than I did.
Tyson DuPont and Tyreek Igwe. Man, those fucking names. No, Tyreek Igwe is what gets me. Ugh, that name.
Tyreek Igwe. Which one of them is Tyreek Igwe?
I think Tyreek Igwe is the guy on the right, and Tyson DuPont is the guy on the left.
Okay. Let's see how this match went, Jose.
Well, this was a pretty... well, here's the thing. These two teams, apparently they've got heat after last week when Hank and Tank eliminated them during the Tag Team Battle Royal to determine who will face Axiom and Nathan Frazier at Deadline. And then there's a little bit of a turmoil between the two teams, so now they're trying to settle out their beefy differences. And
beefy.
I know, we're running it back to beef. And it was a standard tag match. It was pretty good. Like, it wasn't embarrassing. It wasn't bad. It was just like there was really nothing spectacular that happened. Although I will say that Hank and Tank, watching them wrestle together and their tag team chemistry, reminds me of the old days of Heavy Machinery's Tucker and Otis.
Those were good times.
Those were good times.
What happened with Tucker?
He got fired from WWE.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, no, fuck him. Otis is the real star we want.
I mean, he's got a personality.
Yeah, I know.
He's a love machine.
Tucker is just that other guy.
Or that other guy. All right, let's
go. But that being said, so to put it short, Hank and Tank, and both teams put up a valiant effort. Hank and Tank were able to secure the victory, and then after the match, it looks like they were trying to shake hands in friendship, but one of the tag partners, either Tyson or Tyreek, they decided that they didn't want to sing Kumbaya and shake hands, so they just stormed out of the ring, pissed off like a teenager,
like a little brat,
like a little bitch.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's such a bitch move.
Like I said, this wasn't a bad match, but as far as storylines goes and all the stories that's happening in NXT right now, this one is kind of bottom tier.
It's a little lower, is what you mean.
Exactly. So
just in terms of the totem pole or personality on these guys, pretty much. Right?
Exactly, because you've got these awesome storylines. Roxanne versus Julia. You've got Trick Williams versus Obafemi. You got Ethan Page, who is crying up rivers because he can't win the big one.
Oh yeah, no. Ethan Page has been emo after he left Deadline over here.
All emo Ethan Page.
Good one.
Thank you.
And like he was locked in the penalty box at the end of the men's Iron Survivor challenge, and he was thumping his head against the plexiglass like no. He was like literally his like
it was so
was so funny and so weird.
But what I'm trying to say is you have all these different stories that's happening, and this one is like Juan said, it's bottom tier.
Not bottom tier, lower tier.
Lower tier, sorry. All right. And now let's get to the segment of the night. Now, unfortunately, I couldn't... No, segment.
Oh, yeah. Right. There we go.
Because they do have a bad segment, and this is something that I've been meaning to talk about for a while. I was letting it simmer. Now, this is a footage from Deadline, not from NXT recently. But... And but they've been playing the story of like, will they break up? Won't they break up? And these two guys have these like miscommunications, and they're being incompetent, and they're arguing with each other. Miscommunication, and they're arguing with each other because despite being a tag team, both these guys have their own self-interests.
Which is crazy and all because at Deadline, Nathan Frazier was pulling double duty. He was in the men's Iron Survivor challenge, which is what earned him the freaking
busted nose,
busted up fucking nose over here.
Jesus,
that over here.
Yeah,
but he was also defending the NXT Tag Team Championships with Axiom against who was it?
It was against the No Quarter Catch Crew.
Thank you. No Quarter Catch Crew. Thank you for that. So, and even then, after that insane match where it ended with the two of them having another miscommunication, having another another fuck up on their part between the two of them. They still somehow managed to come out with the NXT Tag Team Championships.
Yeah.
They still managed to successfully retain.
Yes.
So it's weird. Like, they're succeeding despite themselves.
They are. And in this week's edition, their backstage segment, they were talking, they were trying to make amends with each other, and they were trying to apologize and trying to make up with each other. And Nathan Frazier told Axiom, like, hey, man, don't worry, because I just went to the office, like, I just went to the general manager's office, and I got myself a one-on-one match set up next week with I don't know who it was, but and then Axiom tells
one
him,
of the guys from No Quarter Category, I think.
yeah, and then Axiom tells him, like, wait, I just got out of the office, and I got us a match set up for next week. What do you mean? A tag match?
You did? Oh, boy.
And I'm just, like,
and
banging.
was like, wait, so you're telling me I'm doing 2 matches?
And I'm just banging my head against the wall like Ethan Page style. I'm just like, just fucking break them up already. I'm getting tired of this shit. Thank you.
The thing is, like, it's still got the factor of, like, hey, is there going to be a point where they'll be able to get their shit together?
Yeah, I get that, but, like, how much longer are they going to keep drawing it out? How much longer are they going to keep, like, teasing us? Stop teasing me, man!
I wish I could tell you, Jose, but still, I don't think so.
All right. Well, enough of this stupid, like, tag team ridiculousness. Now it's time for which is ironic because the main event is a tag match. Now it's time for the main event, and it's a tag team match, player.
Holla, holla.
That's right. The teams of Cora Jade and the NXT Women's Champion Roxanne Perez going up against the team of this year's Women's Iron Survivor, the Beautiful Madness, Julia, and
the Beautiful Madness that is Julia.
The Beautiful Madness that is Julia and Kalani Jordan. Now, Now these women didn't even wait for the bell to ring. As soon as Julia made her way up the entrance, Titantron, like the baddies, Roxanne and Cora Jade went to brawl with her, and immediately they fight over at ringside. The bell hasn't even rung. Kalani Jordan joins into the fray, and Julia and Kalani Jordan got the better of the exchange of the fight before the match officially began.
So rude.
I know, so rude. Damn, so much hate.
They don't even wait, silly girls.
I know. And yeah, I know. And they start the match off. Julia goes up against Cora Jade. And Julia keeps Cora Jade grounded during the main event match. Kalani Jordan gets an attack. She does great. She does awesome with her acrobatic style and her reversals on Cora Jade. Eventually, Roxanne Perez gets in the tag, and we got a little bit of a taste of what to expect on New Year's Eve with Julia and Roxanne Perez brawling it out. And then when we get back from commercial break, Kalani Jordan is being worked over by Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez. A 2-on-1 disadvantage. And Kalani Jordan is doing her best to fight back. And eventually she gets a hot tag on Julia. And everything goes completely off the rails. It's insane. Roxanne Perez hits a suicide dive onto Kalani Jordan through the bottom of the second rope, which is neat to watch. Always neat to watch.
For real.
Yeah, I know. And what are the cool spots here? Let's see here. Cora Jade gets her ass wrecked by Julia. And then as we get near the finish of the match, Julia and Roxanne Perez, they brawl it out at ringside, and they take their fight all the way up the entrance ramp. They pretty much exited themselves from the tag match, and leaving Kalani Jordan all alone to fend off against Cora Jade.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and Cora Jade took advantage and hits Kalani Jordan with a double arm DDT, another homage to Mick Foley, to pin and win. Your winners, Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez. But before Cora Jade could get a chance to parade and celebrate her victory, out comes the Dark Angel, Stephanie Vaquer, to ambush Cora Jade and knock her ass down. And yeah, no, Stephanie Vaquer, like, you don't fuck with the Dark Angel, because she's gonna come after you.
Apparently, she came after her with the same kendo stick that Cora used.
Yes.
Oh shit.
So I like the way how the show ends. They're setting up while Julia is feuding with Roxanne, Stephanie Vaquer is going to be feuding with Cora Jade, and I like this. This is a good setup. What do you think?
I could dig it. I could dig it very much, sucker. But no, truthfully, it works because both of these ladies, Stephanie Paquette and Julia, are now going to get a chance to take down the main baddies of Cora and Roxy here. So
Yay!
yeah, I'm down with it.
All right, now before we continue on, let's turn over to the live chat for a second here.
Let's see here. Let's see. Tag member on the right has a hairstyle like Shinsuke Nakamura. He was talking about Hank and Tank over here, I think.
Yeah.
I bet it's a bad attitude from Tucker. Tucker is Janetti's cursed. Tucker going heel on Otis was such a waste by WWE. He goes heel, then jobs on Raw and NXT in such great booking. Yeah.
I hate that.
All Ego got beaten by two Africans, Ora Mensa and Obafemi. Dang, buddy. All Ego is the snake. Ow. Like New Day, so cool. Punk Rock, Toxic Attraction. Full Circle Moment, Bitterness, Respect Gigi Dolan, she's cool.
Oh yeah, by the way, I guess this is the unofficial honorable mention. Unofficial honorable mention goes out to the awesome alliance. Well, I don't have a picture of it, unfortunately, but it goes out to the awesome new alliance that's been established of Gigi Dolan, Tatum Paxley, and the returning Shotzi fucking Blackheart, bitches! Yeah! The bitch with the tank is back, and they formed an alliance to take on the Fatal Influence, and I fucking love that shit. That is the unofficial honorable mention.
Why don't you just make it official? Just because I don't have a graphic? You didn't give me one, or what's up?
Yeah, that's because of that, and because I didn't really plan for that, but, you know, I just...
Oh, come on! You plan for everything! Oh, wait, no, you don't. That's me.
But nevertheless, great way to wrap up this week's edition of NXT. And now we're going to cover the annual TV special of AEW Dynamite called AEW Winter is Coming. AEW Dynamite Winter is Coming.
Just like Veer Mahan.
Oh my god. Yes. Winter is coming. And honestly, the only memorable thing I could think of in the history of the AEW Dynamite Winter is Coming is when Kenny Omega dethroned Jon Moxley for the AEW World title at the end of 2020.
Well, speaking of Moxley, I believe he's the beginning in the show.
Yay! I guess. Yes. Let's do it. So we're going to start things off here.
Hit the Dynamite there. So I don't forget. There you go.
No, it's okay, man. You almost went cold there for a second. Hang on a minute. We got John joining us on the live chat. The Ravens Flock
rules. Awesome. Great show, guys.
Thank you. Yeah, you damn right we rule.
Thank you. Season's greetings to you, John.
All right, so we start things off with a tag match player.
Holla, holla.
Representing the Death Riders is, of course, the AEW World Champion Jon Moxley and 1/3 of the AEW World Trios Champions, the Bastard Pac, going up against Switchblade, Jay White, and freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy. Thank you. Because AEW is not done squeezing that fruit dry.
Ha! Wow.
Wordplay is my forte.
No, that's mine. You're just catching on, though.
It was
good, though.
It was good. Thank you. All right. So, yeah. So here's the thing. Jon Moxley's already involved in a fatal four-way rivalry between Jay White, Hangman Adam Page, and Christian Cage. Why is Orange Cassidy still feuding when he got the bejesus beaten out of him this week? Not only at his last pay-per-view of a match, but also last Saturday on Collision. Oh yeah, by the way, Orange Cassidy got his ass beat by the Death Riders on Collision Saturday, and they tried to dump more of that chemical shit into his mouth.
They tried to poison him
again.
They tried to murder and poison him.
Jesus.
And it was knocked out of the bottle was comically knocked out of their hands by FTR. And the only reason why I know this at all is because I was fucking subjected to the video of it on Twitter, and I was over, and when I saw that they were going to try to kill Orange Cassidy with pouring chemicals in his mouth, I immediately thought $10 says they didn't even gimmick the chemicals by dumping it out and pouring in like just water and fake food coloring and shit. Because something realism is cool, man, bruh.
Yeah. Jesus, man. All
All
right.
right, tell us about the match, Joe. Let's see.
All right. So, thankfully, the match wasn't completely shit. Jay White did his best to hold up against Pac and Jon Moxley. And as we progress later into the match, of course,
Pac.
Pac and Mox.
Poxley.
Poxley continued to work over the Babyfaces tag team. Orange Cassidy gets really fired up, as Orange Cassidy does, because he's a one-trick pony. Or one-trick orange flavor. No. You know, I'm not even going to shoehorn a joke in there. Fuck that shit.
No, he's a one-trick pony.
Yeah, he is a one-trick pony. All right. So yeah, it looks like Orange Cassidy had Mox beat. He did a series of he pulled off a beach break onto Pac, and then he pulls off a series of orange punches onto Pac and onto Moxley, and it looks like he had the match won until the match was thrown out by disqualification. Yep, I kid you not. Like, it's so fucking ridiculous.
You weren't paying attention to these fuckers at all. I don't blame you. That explains why you're scrolling through your phone.
No. Adam Page showed up and attacked Jon Moxley out of nowhere. And then both Orange Cassidy and Hangman Adam Page start brawling with each other. And while that's all happening, the Death Riders were regrouped, and they went back into the ring and attacked all the men that were left inside the ring. Jay White, Hangman Adam Page, and Orange Cassidy.
Oh my lord, you're kidding me.
Yeah, I kid you not. The match was okay. The match was fine, but that DQ finish was, well, it happened.
DQ, schmeq, nobody cares.
Jesus, man. It's ridiculous. But anyways,
I have a bad feeling about this show. In the chat, Lisa Boo's lurking. We appreciate your lurking, Lisa Boo. And we said did 1 year during Winter is Coming event, Kid Harington, aka Jon Snow, has to do a run-in on somebody that yells, "Stop stealing my catchphrase, AEW." Ha!
Now, on the one hand, the DQ, the post match segment works with Moxley and the Death Riders laying out all the other guys inside the ring, because it also
the Whitepool Combat Clan.
Because it also demonstrates that the AEW faithful, aka Orange Cassidy, Jay White, and Hangman Adam Page, they're not all on the same page. No pun intended.
No, intend all the puns. Intend more puns.
Yeah, no. So on the one,
10 puns more.
Yeah, no. So from a storyline standpoint, if you're illustrating that not all the AEW faithful are getting along or on the same or on the same page to fight off against the Death Riders, then mission accomplished. So, I may not like DQ finishes, but I understand why they did it from a storytelling standpoint.
At the same time, they could have tried to work a way into it without having to rely on a DQ, couldn't they?
I guess maybe. I guess this is their way of protecting all four of these contestants, because nobody wants to take a pin, because nobody wants to lose. I don't fucking know anymore, man.
You're kidding me.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it is what it is, I guess.
All right. Now let's get over to the exciting match of the night, and this is part of this year's AEW Continental Classic, and I believe
apparently, and yes, you're right, Jose. Apparently, the cool kids are calling it the C2.
Yeah. Thank you. Anyways, and it is in the Gold League, as the 1/3 of the AEW World Trios champions Claudio Castagnoli goes up against the Billy Goat himself, the aerial assassin, Will Ospreay.
All right, the Ostrich Man goes up against the Swiss Man. Whoever wins better in the match gets to get more points.
Exactly.
Because the one thing that we all love doing when we're watching sports is doing math.
I mean, you're not wrong. But anyhow, so it's power versus high flying moves. As Will Ospreay goes up against Claudio Castagnoli, and Claudio, for his part, he did a great job in keeping the aerial assassin grounded with his power moves and his strikes. Seriously, he hits more European uppercuts than Europeans do.
How many other Europeans are hitting European uppercuts, though?
Oh yeah, that's a good question. Shit. Yeah, no, I don't know. I think it's but as Nigel McGuinness pointed out, that's more of a dude like of Claudio's size and stature. You know, all the powerlifters, all those big muscly men, they love to use uppercuts and stuff, or whatever Nigel McGuinness said on commentary. I still like him though. He's better than 2/3 of the other commentators.
You mean Excalibur?
Yeah, and Tony Schiavone can be forgiven. He's trying.
No, see, here's the thing. Excalibur weighs a Taz and a Tony Schiavone. So he is the 2/3.
Well,
Let's get this match going.
All right. So anyway, Will Ospreay, he was able to fight back against Claudio Castagnoli. He was able to catch Claudio off guard and hits a beautiful a standing corkscrew moonsault onto Claudio, but it was only able to get a 2 count from the Swiss Cyborg. And then Claudio tries many ways to keep Will Ospreay down. Even at one point where they were brawling at ringside, what's his face? Claudio Castagnoli knocks out Will Ospreay over outside of the ring, and he tries to get a count out finish, but Will Ospreay was able to make it back into the ring. So Claudio then uses his freaking running lariat, the clothesline move that he's been using lately to wrap up his matches. But Will Ospreay was able to kick out after 2. Holy shit! Yeah. It's crazy. Will Ospreay was also able to reverse Ricola bomb during this match, and he tried to get another win, but Claudio kicked out after 2. And after a series of more back and forth action, Claudio, having enough of Will Ospreay's flippity doo-dah shit, he tries to go in for the neutralizer, but Will Ospreay grabs the legs, rolls up Claudio, and gets the win. Your winner, and now leading with points, Will Ospreay.
All right, awesome.
And then after the match, Claudio Castagnoli was pissed off. He knocks out Will Ospreay post-match, goes over to ringside and grabs the steel chair. But then out comes freaking Darby Allin. He's walking down the ring with his weapon and chases off Claudio at ringside. Darby Allin is Will Ospreay's next opponent in the C2.
Congratulations, Ospreay. Well done, Ostrich Man. Keep trying not to die.
Yeah.
Okay. Excellent match. Cool.
Yep. This match was also telling a good story.
From White. You're right.
Yeah, I know. So this match was also telling a great story because Claudio was also trying to work over the hand of Will Ospreay to try to keep him from using the hidden blade finishing move. But of course, that plan did not work. But nevertheless, great match, great wrestling match from Claudio and Will Ospreay. See, this is why I love watching the C2. I watch it for the wrestling.
Yeah, about that. Yeah, and you're right over here, Vicente Guerrero. It's so weird. C2 as a nickname for this tournament comes off reading like fans miss the old CW network when it was 1 hour teen/college drama shows and not the current bullshit reality or comedy shows. Right?
Too many reality shows. We don't need that much reality shows, guys. Come on.
Now, of course, throwing in NXT in your programming is an easy win, but no, you can stop there.
Yeah, you can stop there. Also, of course, I'm going to say it's a win because I'm biased. But Juancho, give the AEW credit. Like, since their introduction to the Continental Classic, it's given us some really great wrestling matches every time close to the end of the year.
To what end? For a championship that last fucking week, I, honest to God, forgot the name of the man holding the title. You had to remind me, Kazuchika Okada is the Continental Champion. And I thought that it was also supposed to be like a New Japan Strong Openweight Championship and the Ring of Honor World Championship or whatever. Or was that just because Eddie Kingston was already a double champion? What was it?
Yeah, no. For that one, I think that's because they were trying to build a story of Eddie Kingston achieving the American dream of being a Triple Crown champion.
A Triple Crown champion of what?
For both.
Exactly.
Yeah, but that being said, oh no, you think you're mad about that? Wait till you hear what I tell you about Kazuchika Okada.
I'm pretty sure I'll be completely furious. But hey, up there, Finn Balor, welcome to the to Wrestle Rewind.
What's up, Finn Balor?
Thank you, there, Biz Cliz.
Judgment Day for life. But Kazuchika Okada lost to Kyle Fletcher on Saturday Collision. Yeah, he lost to Kyle Fletcher.
It's a shame nobody saw it.
Ah!
Show.
Huh?
If only it was on some kind of TV show where you could watch that happen.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's on TNT.
Really?
AEW Collision is on TNT.
But why isn't anybody watching that? Otherwise, I would have known. So you must be lying.
Oh shit, you're right. They haven't been pulling in some really good viewership lately. Ugh. In fact, the viewership of Collision and Rampage have gone down to toilet.
Yeah, they're virtually non-existent.
They're virtually non-existent. Holy shit. They're all right. Well, let's go ahead and move on here. Let's get to the exciting segment because this segment it highlights one of my favorite tag teams from AEW, FTR, Cash Wheeler and Dax Harwood. They have captured every single tag title from everywhere they went. They were AEW World Tag Champions, Ring of Honor World Tag Champions, AAA World Tag Team Champions. They were Raw and SmackDown and NXT Tag Team Champions. Holy crap, so much tag team gold! And this time, FTR, they were addressing the upcoming TV special of AEW's Fight for the Fallen, which will be on the first week of January of 2025, and it will be held over in Asheville, North Carolina. And all the proceedings all the proceedings that's going, all the donations going to go to the relief efforts to help repair the damages of Asheville, North Carolina, caused by Hurricane Milton.
Fucking Milton.
Yeah. And of course, this hits personal for them because these two boys are from Asheville, North Carolina, and that's their home. So they're very passionate about this, about helping out their city, as they are about participating in AEW's Fight for the Fallen.
And here's hoping that they can turn in some excellent performances that will help in this fundraiser.
Hells yeah. They also addressed their upcoming tag team opponents, the Death Riders. They're going to be facing them at Fight for the Fallen in January 2025. So, fuck yeah, I want FTR to win. You see, we can't knock this promo. We can't knock this promo because this is serious. Like, Hurricane... How many times have we said this? Hurricane Milton was a fucking bitch and wrecked all of us. Not just the people in Nashville, but also over here in Florida. Specifically, yours truly here in Tampa.
He means...
Us.
Me being yours truly, as in my fucking car got wrecked.
Yeah, we all got wrecked. So yeah, from that standpoint, like, yeah, me and Juan and everybody here, we can empathize what FTR are trying to do to help their town.
Well, nothing wrong with that. I just hope they don't try to make that their whole gimmick, otherwise it'll just be fucking embarrassing.
No.
But then again, knowing Tony,
No. All they need to do is just have Max keep his mouth shut on social media. That's all.
I mean, Tony, keep his mouth.
Yeah. All right. Now let's move on to the match of the night.
Real
and
quick,
I hate.
Before you do,
okay.
Vicente, Claudio and Will Ospreay seem like neither guy can have a bad match, even against shitty deathmatch guys like Mike Levy. Claudio and Will Ospreay would make him look at least decent in the ring. Big respect to FTR on helping the hurricane victims in Carolina. I loved Asheville, very artsy. I hope Powerhouse will make it through. And respect WCW DCCP successor. I don't know what that DCCP is.
Yeah, what are you talking about, man? You're talking riddles, my friend.
Yeah, seriously.
Anyways, so now let's get to the match of the night. And it really pains me to say this because I did like the match. It was fun, but the story behind it has lost all sense. Like, there's no sense behind it anymore. And it's Adam Cole versus Kyle O'Reilly. Whoever wins will get to face off MJF at World's End for the Dynamite Diamond Ring. Who the fuck gives a shit about a ring? Number one. Number two, they've completely lost the plot with MJF. They completely lost the plot. Like, I said, this was a good match.
Adam Cole.
And
because they were both like, oh, I was being bad because of this, but I was being a good guy because of that. I was looking at that, like, it's become back asswards.
It's become back.
Jim Crockett Promotions, JCP is what.
Okay, no worries there. And Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly, despite
tired, we understand.
Despite having a great match, it couldn't live up to the matches that they had on NXT. If you're comparing the matches that they had on NXT Stand and Deliver, NXT TakeOver 36, and the Great American Bash from 2021, and compare this match right now, there's no comparison. Like, and it pains me to say that, but it is what it is. Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly both exchanged blows against each other. Adam Cole tried to go for the Panama Sunrise. Kyle O'Reilly was able to reverse it. Even at one point, he tries to lock in the ankle lock submission onto Adam Cole, but Adam Cole was able to fight out of it. And then, both these guys kept brawling over kept brawling in the ring and then ringside. And then when Kyle O'Reilly was rolled back into the ring, Kyle O'Reilly pretty much passed out and fell face first onto the mat. And it looked like he was pretty much clocking out or something. And then MJF runs over to ringside. Finally, MJF does something other than show up on Titantrons and cut promos. He tries to cost Adam Cole the match, tries to hit him with the diamond ring. Adam Cole super kicks MJF off the ring apron. And then Adam Cole rolls up Kyle O'Reilly to pin and win. Your winner,
Seriously?
facing MJF, Adam Cole, baby.
That is so cheap.
That is very cheap. Like I said, this was not as good of a match as they had back in NXT, and this storyline has completely is making no sense at all. They had the plot back in 2023, and yes, I'll even give them a little leeway with all this shit happening with the Masked Devil and all the injuries and inconsistencies. But no, there's no defending this storyline where it's going now.
Yeah. What storyline? Let's see here. Powerhouse Hobbs versus Obafemi. I'm very tired. The alcohol was cleared out of my system. Good people. Yeah. No, I totally get it. It's a damn shame that this didn't live up to their usual hype. And why the fuck does Adam Cole have to face any fucking buddy before facing MJF? Why doesn't he just jump MJF? Why doesn't he just try to jump the guy? I'll tell you why. Because MJF knows that he's in a shit company, so he's doing his shit his way, and he's not giving a damn.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Sorry, guys.
And when you don't give a damn, it shows on TV, and you have fans turning on your product. And now let's get over to the bad segment of the night. And hey, remember how I talked about the New York Minute with Chris Jericho last week? Well, it's different now because now he's got Brian Keith, the bounty hunter. Yeah. And they're feuding with with Always Ready Matt Cardona. It's your guy, Juan. They're feuding with your guy. Aren't you excited?
I would be, but it's a shame I can't watch it anywhere.
All right. So Chris Jericho and so Chris Jericho.
Like, where am I supposed to watch this feud supposedly happen?
Well, hang on a minute. Okay. Well, okay. No, not TNT. No. TBS. No, can't watch it then. Fox. No, they haven't done anything with Fox yet. Oh, wait, never mind. They're behind a paywall.
So, I can't watch it anywhere without having to shell out money already.
You can watch it at WatchRingOfHonor.com. So anyway,
so yeah, nowhere.
So in this promo segment, Brian Keith is setting up a one-on-one match against Matt Cardona on Saturday on Rampage Friday tomorrow night. Calling him a dumbass and just being his usual mean self. And Chris Jericho said that both him and Matt Cardona are going to have an official contract signing for their upcoming match. The contract signing will happen on Collision this Saturday, and they have their a Ring of Honor World Title match at Final Battle, which will be next Friday, December 20th. Once again, to remind you, at the Hammerstein Ballroom in New York City.
It's a shame it's not going to be on any TV, though.
No,
fuck.
It's not. It's fucking ridiculous. And you know what? I was gonna say, like, you know what? Don't even waste a hot tag because I think everything that you probably need to say with Jericho, you've already said it last week.
I did. Same stuff. Also, I'm really congested right now as a result of all that sneezing that I did earlier.
Well, you were out of cold today. I think that might be it.
Yeah, that might be a factor, too.
Yeah. Might want to drink some tea. You know, some tea might help you.
Yeah, I can't do that right now, though.
I know. All right, so before I get to the main event, let's take a look at the chat here. All right, so Mr. Quake is... Yep.
Say, good people, AEW Shockwave. Yeah, no, that was the alleged Fox TV deal that they were going to make. And, yeah, ROH Sinclair days. Yeah, those were the days.
Yeah, those were the days, yes. And now let's get to the main event. And this is a one-on-one match for the AEW Women's World Championship as the defending champion, the Glamour, Mariah May, defends her title against her former BFF, Mina Shirakawa.
All right, the buxom Japanese sexy sensation versus her former friend, another Aussie, who is...
Actually, she's from England.
Oh, she's British. My bad. I thought she was also Australian, like Toni Storm was, and that was a thing that they had in common. My mistake. Point is, yeah, these two girls clashing. It's been a long time coming, so let's fucking go.
I know. A lot of blood, a lot of sweat, a lot of tears, a lot of wasted bubbles.
And a lot of kissing.
And a lot of kissing.
And titty shaking.
Oh, God, thank you. All right.
So, for the record, we're not knocking the titty shaking at all. We're not knocking the clear fan service of Mina Shirakawa and Mariah May. I'm just saying, like, now it's coming to a head.
So as soon as you're fine. So as soon as the bell rang, Mina Shirakawa was unloaded on Mariah May with a series of slaps, keeping her grounded and just pretty much scrapping with the champion. And Mariah May is just having a difficult time fighting back against her. And in the first 5 minutes, Mina Shirakawa not only she lays in on Mariah May, but also starts working over the leg of Mariah May to keep her off balance. And then as soon as we get back from commercial break, Mariah May regained control, but Mina Shirakawa would not submit. She would not falter. She continues to fight back. And of course, the champ tries to open up her own bag of tricks. She tries to hit Mina Shirakawa with one of her signature moves called the Mayday, but Mina Shirakawa was able to kick out after 2. And after some more back and forth action, Mariah May finally has had enough. She pulls a page off of her former mentor, Timeless Toni Storm, and hits the Storm Zero to pin and retain. Your winner, and still the AEW Women's World Champion, Mariah May. But then after the match, we got a...
I don't have the graphic for that.
You don't? Hang on a minute. Hang on. Let me see.
You didn't send it?
No. Keep scrolling. I'm pretty sure I saved it, but I must not have...
labeled it. Yeah.
Yeah. So keep scrolling. Ah, there it is. Go up.
Oh,
there.
Yeah, here we go.
But then after the match, we got a surprise return. A return that nobody was expecting. A return that to me
expecting it.
And a return that to me kind of felt like taking a step backwards.
I don't think so.
But we got the return of Toni Storm.
Classic Toni Storm.
Wait.
Not timeless.
What?
As in old school badass rocker babe Toni Storm, Jose.
But the timeless gimmick. The timeless gimmick.
Okay.
What?
Thank you.
No.
Thank you.
No.
No, thank you very much. Thank you for timeless. That was nice.
But
it's run its course.
No,
it's time to hang it up.
Okay, this is the part where we get into debate mode here. First of all, I don't have a picture of it, but shout out to Thunder Rosa with her WTF sign. She was at ringside.
What was Thunder Rosa doing at ringside again?
Being a fan. I don't know, man.
Why?
Because the AEW has trouble filling in their own seats. Number one. Number two, I kind of felt like, to me, here's why I say it feels like a step backwards, that my initial reaction, because I felt like the timeless gimmick still had more mileage to go. I feel like there's more that could have been done with timeless Toni Storm. Like, just because one chapter is over, that doesn't mean that the whole story arc of timeless Toni Storm is over.
Except it is. I mean, this is her gimmick. But she hung it up. That's that.
Yeah, but this is the gimmick that Toni Storm evolved from. Character evolution in pro wrestling is important because if you don't evolve, then you remain stagnant.
She had a psychotic break and she became a vintage silver screen damsel. Not much evolution could go from there. She would have to regain her sanity first. Or am I the only one who actually paid attention to long-term story booking? Huh?
Okay, you know what? This calls for a hot take because you're gonna have to give us your we're gonna have to pick your brain.
I'm too congested. I can't, Jose. I'm sorry.
I'm
afraid I can't do it.
You're an ass.
How am I an ass? I can't do it. I'm just too congested. I just can't.
Oh, come on, man. All right.
Like, am I wrong though, Jose?
Okay, please explain. Okay, yeah, please explain to us your logic then.
It's not logic. It's math.
All right,
it's continuity. It's simple, Jose. She was regular Toni Storm here back in the day. And then she lost her shit. Her mind broke. after, if I remember, it had something to do with losing to a lot of people or whatever.
Yeah, it did. And especially losing her AEW Women's World title.
And that's when she became Timeless Toni Storm. And she had been timeless pretty much from the word go, from the beginning of her AEW run through till now. And she's been timeless for how many years now?
It's been over a year. Like it's been more than a year now. Like she turned timeless after All in 2023.
So, wait, are you sure it wasn't before that?
No. Before that, she was her punk rocker thing. And then, after she lost the title, she started going crazy, and she started going into the metamorphosis, turning into Timeless Toni Storm. And then she's been that way for over a year.
Yeah, part of the Outcasts. And yeah, 2023 is when she began. Yeah, she's been Timeless for over a year. Yeah, it's time.
Yeah.
No more. No more Timeless.
I bet this is also probably a result of a lot of fans shitting on the Timeless gimmick.
Who is shitting on it and why?
You'd be surprised, Juancho. I've been reading a lot of the threads on Instagram and on Twitter, and while there are fans of the Timeless gimmick, there are also people who don't like it. To which I say, go fuck yourself.
Here's the thing. You're saying that she shouldn't have. That according to you, Toni Storm retired being Timeless because she was giving in to being bullied?
I'm just saying. I'm just hoping that that's not the.
That right?
I'm just hoping that that's not the case. That Toni Storm reverted back to the original gimmick due to fan outrage. All right.
I don't know. But the point is here. All I know is that she's back as her rocker punk rock persona. So yeah.
All right. And it's cool. And I'm not hating.
Just calling it rock star Toni Storm over here. Underneath.
And here's the thing, I don't hate this persona. I like it. It's cool. I was also bought into the Timeless gimmick because I'm actually one of the people that were taken back from the Timeless gimmick from the beginning, but over time it won me over.
Well, it's her choice.
I know. All right, so before we get into TNA Impact, let's see. Vicente Guerrero.
Vicente was asking, I kind of like seeing Toni Storm's old look back again. Sort of like it back. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. And yeah, Vicente also said, I only saw the end of Mariah versus Mina. When did they even have a falling out? It was
during the Champagne celebration at Full Gear, where Mariah May turned on her friend.
Turned on Mina Shirakawa, and after that, Mina tried to attack Mariah May, and so it was crazy. So it's just basically Mariah May going a little paranoid on her end because she's like, "Oh no, I've seen you try to jump people before, so I'm gonna jump you before you can take me on." So ha.
Yeah.
Dutch Mantella said Timeless Toni Storm was the best gimmick going in AEW.
Yes. Jesus.
All right. That's okay.
All right.
And it really was fun. It was wild. It was campy. But the crazy thing about it is that one thing that would have made it work is if other people were looking at Toni Storm and saying, "Holy shit, this woman's crazy." Not, okay, I'm going to be playing into her being timeless and I'm going to accept her being timeless at all. If others were trying to talk to her like a regular person while she's still hamming it up instead of them playing along with it. What's her face? Renee Paquette was doing in interviews and such. As an example.
Yeah.
Then that would have made the gimmick work a little more because it's like everyone can see how much of a nut job she is and how mentally unstable that makes her and how unpredictable that makes her in the ring. Instead of everyone just indulging in her lunacy.
All right.
That's the only thing, but that's my opinion.
Oh no! You're right. All right then. Well, that pretty much wraps up the AEW Dynamite Winter is Coming.
Holy shit! I didn't need to tag it.
Yep. Let me go ahead and take a little candy break before we talk about TNA Impact.
Yeah, because what else was happening on AEW over here? Do we have anything from Danhausen yet?
No.
Okay. Have we heard back from Miro?
Nope.
What about like Ray Phoenix and Penta? Shouldn't they be tagging in action together or something?
Oh, Wancho. No, sorry. AEW. That's assuming that AEW and Ray Phoenix are on good terms.
Okay, then what about Ricky Starks? Come on, he must be on Dynamite. He's one of the craziest personalities on there.
You don't watch a lot of news, do you, Mr. Rouse?
Yes, I'm being obtuse on purpose.
All right. Now let's talk about this week's edition of TNA Impact. This is their go-home show before their final pay-per-view event, TNA's final resolution, which is tomorrow night. Oh my God, wrestling, can you please take a break? I'm just one man.
Wrestling is saying, lol, nope, bite the pillow.
All right. So we open things up with a promo segment from the TNA's X Division champion, Moose. And Moose gets on the mic and he talks about how he's made the X Division title popular because he's a former 3-time TNA World Champion, and how nobody's talking about Nick Nemeth and nobody's talking about Joe Hendry and all the other guys that the fans like. That everybody is talking about Moose. He's pretty much self-parading himself as this great gift to TNA as being the X Division champion until he was finally interrupted by Canada's own Cody Deaner. You know,
the guy who murdered, what's his face? Who murdered Eric Young in Violent by Design?
That was in 2023, Juan. He's forgiven.
Oh my God.
We can forgive him. So Cody Deaner gets on the mic and he cuts off a Moose, and he pretty much tells Moose to like shut the hell up because it's not like that's not what the people wanted. The people don't care about him, and he tries to babyface. And he tries to go by the people's choice, and the people want to see Cody Deaner challenge Moose for the TNA X Division title, to which, I guess?
I mean, yeah. I mean, the system are arrogant assholes. We all want to watch them get the shit out.
Yep, and then we get an impromptu match. Moose lays in on Cody Deaner. He calls out a referee, and as he's beating the hell out of him, he's also on the mic cutting a promo while beating the shit out of him. Ow! Oh, God, my throat. Anyways.
Oh, my God. Also, real quick, GD Rick, thank you very much for the $1.99 super sticker!
Yay! Thank you!
Tired coffee cup emoji. We appreciate that, and I feel your pain, GD Rick.
So Moose continues the assault, continues to run down Cody Deaner while on the mic, and he's just not biting. He's just taking his time while picking apart this scrappy underdog. And then Cody Deaner, getting a little bit of a breather, was able to catch Moose off guard, hitting him with a series of dives and reversals, and even at one point, nearly got a 3 count.
He nearly managed to pin the X Division champion. Well done, Cody Deaner.
Okay, I actually
Mr. People's Choice. Holy shit. I'm honestly surprised, because Cody Deaner, for all his attempt at trying to babyface and trying to do the People's Choice kind of guy, like, this is honestly surprising.
But unfortunately, his efforts were all for naught. Moose was able to regain his composure, and he hits Cody Deaner with a spear to pin and, unfortunately, to retain. Your winner, and still the TNA X Division champion, Moose.
Okay. He looks like he's looking right at us here. So he's pinning at us.
He's pinning at us. That's his look and saying, "You're next, bitch."
God.
He's looking at you, Juan. God. You don't want none of that, Moose.
God almighty.
But yeah, great opening promo segment, a great impromptu match, and I mean, but obviously it was done to put over Moose. Let's not kid ourselves.
And just to remind everybody, by the way, Moose is that guy.
Yes, Moose is that guy. All right, now let's get to the exciting tag match of the night.
Wait, it's a tag match also?
It's a tag match.
Holla holla!
Yeah, that's right.
Oh shit.
And this is a tag match featuring the teams of the Rascals, Zachary Wentz and Trey Miguel, versus the teams of Leon Slater and Laredo Kid.
All right. If I'm not mistaken, these guys are trying to challenge. No wait. They're not trying to challenge. The system is trying to challenge the Hardys. All right, this is just a tag action.
Yep, this is just some tag team matching, between two teams who are all part of the X division and who are known for their high flying capabilities. The story, of course, is that the Rascals are trying to work over the leg of Leon Slater during this match, and they're trying to match each other move for move. It's basically a game of one-upsmanship of who could do better top rope dives, who could do better top rope moves, who could do better springboard moves. Like, it's basically non-stop high-flying action between both decorated tag teams. But the Rascals, having much more years and experience under their belts, they were able to overcome the odds against the tag synergy of Leon Slater and Laredo Kid. After incredible back and forth action between these two teams, the Rascals were able to get the win by hitting their finishing move on Leon Slater. Your winners, the Rascals.
Very nice. All right. That's the kind of hot tag action I like to watch. Very nice. Very evil.
Yeah, no. Like I said.
Danhausen. Thank you. Was there any appearance from Danhausen?
Hell no. Danhausen has not been on AEW for a long time.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I know. What the fuck, AEW? What's wrong with you? Idiots.
In the chat, Vicente Guerrero saying, over the last few months, there were more Miro, Starks, Penta, and Phoenix are thinking, fuck you, AEW and Tony Khan. The heel cutting a promo while beating on a babyface is usually badass or sometimes funny. When Jerry Lawler did that to jobbers in WWF, Moose's star alone would have Swerve Strickland. His stare. Moose's stare alone would have had Swerve Strickland shitting himself. I mean, yeah. If you look at the two guys, Moose is like 1.5 times larger than Swerve Strickland just by dimensions alone.
But you know what?
It's kind of scary.
I actually want to double back to Vicente Guerrero's earlier comments about the guys who are basically in the AEW doghouse. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, I guess the money that Tony Khan's dad wasn't enough to keep him away from him.
John in the chat over here, by the way, saying the timeless gimmick is my favorite until Mariah May started feuding with her. I could totally get that. I still find that it was funny how for a short while Mariah May was like Tony Storm's understudy and was cosplaying as Tony Storm's rocker persona, only for Mariah May to now evolve beyond that and becoming the glamour, and for Tony Storm to take back her rocker persona.
Yeah.
It's like poetry, you know, sort of like that they rhyme.
All right. Now
I'm so congested. Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. Unfortunately, I did watch all of TNA Impact. There weren't any exciting segments to bring up. There were some very, very silly, very not so good segments, which I will get to the worst of in a little bit. But let's get to the match of the night. And this is a tag match between the teams of PCO, the TNA Digital Media Champion, and the Death Machine, Sami Callihan, versus the team of Jake Something and Hammerstone.
Alright, so these guys are still fussing with each other. Namely, if I'm not mistaken, last week, PCO and Sami Callihan had a tag match. They won it, and...
they beat the Good Hands, and then afterwards there was this...
They were met with a strange cryptic message on the stage. And the screen and everything with the number 23 on it. And PCO started freaking out, leaving Sami Callihan to ask Jake Something and Hammerstone if they had anything to do with it.
Okay, for those who want a little bit more of an easier understanding of what the hell that whole 23 thing is with PCO, for those fans who remember the Ruthless Aggression era, just think Kane freaking out anybody somebody says May 19th.
Even though all that was the fucking... release date of the See No Evil. They were trying to take the date of it and fold it into a storyline of Kane being traumatized by that date.
Which, I'm not gonna lie, you'd have to be baffling, insane, and overly creative to think of an idea that's outrageous like that.
However, when they tried to make that also a simultaneous tie-in to the movie date, then it makes people think like, wait a minute, if he's scared of May 19th, what the fuck is Kane doing with a film scheduled to be released on that day.
Well, hey, if we can fold in No Holds Barred with Hulk Hogan and Zeus,
No.
and if we could fold in Ready to Rumble with David Arquette,
No.
why not try this with Kane and Cena?
No.
I can't even finish the question.
So weird.
Yes. So,
hey there, Tam. We appreciate you being here. And if you said to say, well, I can say Lita is watching, must love that Tony Storm back her punk rock look.
Yeah, that's
true. Like,
so anyways.
All she's missing is Lita's cargo pants and her thong.
All right. So anyway, so these two teams, they has fight. It's a team of muscly men versus a team of hardcore death machine undead people. And like I said, it was pretty fun to watch.
A deathmatch guy and a zombie. There.
A deathmatch guy and a zombie. It was pretty fun to watch. We got some really cool moments here. Sami Callihan exchanging chops with one of the muscle dudes, and even at one point bit the guy's hand. So that was fun.
Oh no, it was Jake Something's hand.
Yeah, Jake Something's hand.
And at that point, he's even shouting out to the audience, "You want to watch me break his fingers?" Yeah.
And he broke his fingers.
Like bending the backward.
It was pretty good. Like, Sami Callihan has a good ability to connect with the fans, to connect with the crowd.
Then he bit Jake Something's nose.
Yeah. Yeah, he did. And then we even saw this one point where Sami Callihan threw PCO, and PCO did like a cannonball senton outside of the ring, annihilating the muscle dudes at ringside, which was also fun. And then at the end of the match, PCO did a double DDT in the middle of the ring on both Hammerstone and Something to pick up the victory. Your winners, PCO and Sami Callihan. And because, we got to get more cryptic with this stupid shit, the Titantron continues to display number 23 again, and this sets PCO off once again.
Which is weird because also Jake Something and Hammerstone were walking up the ramp. And so Callahan and PCO were shouting at them right there, like, "This is your doing! Why are you doing this?" They're like, "We got no idea what you're talking about. No, leave us alone. What is that about?" We really don't know.
Yeah. Visage Guerrero saying, "Yes, I remember the May 19th Kane storyline. Big Show once hit Kane over the head with a chair to, quote, knock sense into him. Ha.
Ha. It's so weird.
If only we could do that for PCO to knock sense into him.
But
like I said, this was a fine tag match, entertaining for the fans, but like,
I personally felt that this tag match was really slow, though. It felt very plotty.
It's very slow.
I know that there are 4 giant dudes who aren't going to be flippy dipping around, but it also felt like, at least in my view, I felt like PCO's movement was much slower than the rest of the match. But I know he's an older guy, but I believe that it felt a little more on this match.
Agreed. That being and of course the story with 23, it's just weird.
We don't know what it means. What is this? Maybe we'll find out tomorrow night.
But don't worry, because we have a really, really bad segment to talk about. Hey kids, remember the system? Remember how much we love them in TNA? Remember Alicia Edwards? Please remember Alicia Edwards, because if you don't, she will remind you. We get
You want to know something? That's all she said. I can tell she's saying it on purpose now. Now that I actually hear her giving her worst Vicky Guerrero voice ever. It probably sounds worse with me being congested and shit in my nose, being stuffy, making me sound like fucking Steve Urkel here.
Every person in the system during this promo got a chance to talk. Brian Myers and Eddie Edwards have challenged the Hardys for the TNA tag team titles in a tables match at Final Resolution. They cut their own promo. What's his face? Dirty Dango, JDC or whatever the fuck. He has a one-on-one match set up at Final Resolution himself. I don't know what it is. I don't give a shit. And most surprisingly, didn't say anything during this promo. He just stood over there backstage while everybody else had a chance to talk. I guess Moose...
he said something.
Oh yeah, he did say something, didn't he?
Yeah, I just don't remember.
I just don't remember because it's hard to keep up with Alicia Edwards talking!
She wasn't actually talking during any of this.
Alright, well, I still fucking don't like it because they're being like the system is being shoved down our throats.
By the time you're done, they're all going to learn to trust the system.
It's become...
Wait, they have Superman rings now. They have rings that have a big letter S.
This storyline has run its course. Fuck these guys.
Why do they have Superman rings, though?
I don't know. I'm just glad they didn't recycle that stupid TNA gimmick of Abyss collecting all the rings to get power.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah, that was a thing. Oh yeah. No, brief TNA history during the second Monday Night War between TNA and WWE Raw.
Lasted only 4 weeks and then died.
Yeah. Hulk Hogan entered a storyline with Abyss being his best friend and gifting him his Hall of Fame ring to give Abyss more power. And this started the storyline of Abyss collecting all the Hall of Fame rings so that he could become more powerful.
What?
Oh, gotta love that sprinkling magic from Hulkamania, brother.
Hold on, no, this is just too. This is. I can't with you.
What the fuck? Yes. Don't you mean what the fuck, brother?
I hate you.
Hang on a minute. We got a appearance from Dwayne Douglas Johnson.
Hello there, Dwayne Douglas Johnson. Welcome to Wrestle Rewind. We appreciate you being here. Hold on. And I see here in the chat, Vicente was also saying, Juancho, much as I mark for Sami Callihan, he can't be called giant when the guy is like me, 5'9". Believe it or not, though he was 300 pounds in his early wrestling days. Well, we say giant as in like, you've got 4 big dudes in the ring. He's not necessarily a tall guy. I mean, I'm taller than Sami Callihan, but he's a bigger dude in terms of dimension.
That is true. Now, enough of this Hulkamania crap. Let's go ahead and move on to the
fuck?
Don't worry. That's all the history I'm going to give you for now. Now let's get to the main event of this week's TNA Impact, and it is a 6-person tag team match.
Holla.
The teams of the TNA World Champion Nick Nemeth, the TNA Knockouts World Champion Masha Slamovich, and say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry.
I believe in Joe Hendry.
Joe Hendry joins the team, and they face off against the heel team of Tasha Steelz, AJ Francis, and Casey Navarro of First Class.
Oh my God! What's the name of the one commentator? Not Ray One, but the other fucking guy.
Tom Hannafan?
Yeah, no, he was more exasperated and tired of AJ Francis than I am. And that is no easy feat to accomplish. Every chance he got, he was basically rubbing in Rainwall's face how much he was sick and tired and just exhausted with AJ Francis. It was hilarious.
I'm exhausted of AJ Francis. Kill me. Anyways, so yeah, this 6-person
Only hate I could have for Sami Callihan is you fucks and marry the hot chubby girl into Jessica Havoc. God damn it, you're right. I know. We're not all allowed to have happy endings over here, Vicente.
Damn it. All right, so moving on.
Okay.
All right,
we'll survive.
Yeah, we'll survive. All right, so 6-person tag team action. So, admittedly, the 2 people that got more in-ring action out of all the other contestants would have to be Masha Slamovich and Tasha Steelz. I feel like they got into the ring a lot more times than the guys, don't you think?
Well, they do have a Knockouts Championship match over here, and AJ Francis really didn't have any story way of like building up anything during the match. He basically manipulated his way into getting a title shot for without having earned it in any significant way.
Exactly. Like he earned it. He got the title shot after cutting off Nick Nemeth's promo backstage last week, and then bada bing, bada boom. Boom, he's got a title match. Good for him, I guess. But anyways, so continuing on with the match, Masha Slamovich, of course, is then getting worked over by the 3 heels. Tasha Steelz in First Class. It's 3-on-1 because, of course, we're going to attack the woman. After all, they're weaker than the guys.
Not Masha. Because what's the name of the other dude in First Class?
Casey Navarro.
Casey Navarro, yeah. No, he was tempted. He was tempted over here to try and take Masha on. But then when he got to look at her crazy, he was like, "Nuh-uh, I'm not dealing with that. Tasha, you take her. You can have it.
Now,
all yours.
Joe Hendry,
go get him.
Now, Joe Hendry got the tag in, and he unloaded on all of First Class, save for Tasha Steelz, and he even had an incredible fallaway slam onto AJ Francis with an unbelievable display of pure strength from the prestigious one. And Joe Hendry, he tries to go in for the standing ovation, but onto Casey Navarro, but AJ Francis was able to stop that before that happens, and the match must continue. And then, of course, yeah, I know. And then, of course, AJ Francis is brawling with Joe Hendry at ringside. Masha Slamovich hits a beautiful tope suicida at ringside, knocking out Tasha Steelz. And Nick Nemeth is in the ring, and he lays out Casey Navarro with the famous Sir, but only getting a 2 count. And in the final moments of the match, let's see, not Joe Hendry, but what's his face? Nick Nemeth hits the Danger Zone!
There you go.
He hits the Danger Zone onto Casey Navarro. Looks like he's got the victory. AJ Francis breaks it up. All the other contestants continue to brawl, and AJ Francis catches Nick Nemeth midair and hits him with the down payment to pin and win.
Boo!
Your winners.
Boo this man! Boo!
First Class and Tasha Steelz.
Boo this man! Boo you! Boo on you, dude! Boo on you, man! I don't have the gift yet.
And then afterwards, of course, Tasha Steelz hits a cutter onto Masha Slamovich in the post-match beatdown. AJ Francis hits multiple down payment choke slams onto Nick Nemeth, making a statement.
But good.
Yep, and that's where the show goes off the air with AJ Francis standing tall.
Like, is this a sign of things to come?
Is Flop Dollar finally gonna get his chance and become TNA World Champion?
And what's his face? Is the play-by-play commentator? What's his name again?
Tom Hannafan.
Yeah, Tom Hannafan. Is he gonna have a fucking aneurysm?
Oh god.
We'll find out tomorrow night.
All right, ring the bell.
Don't mind if I do.
So, final thoughts. So, as far as a go-home show, it was pretty solid. I guess I could have done without the opening, like the impromptu match with Moose beating Cody Deaner, because we already know who's going to win, and it's a foregone conclusion. I could have done
seriously cutting the promo while beating on him. All I'm thinking of is Booker T and his King Booker shtick in TNA, kicking this guy like, oh, Booker T's going to be over there. Booker T's going over. He's going to throw another kick at this guy. Yeah.
I got to be honest. I laughed at that.
Yeah, no, that's just Moose's version of it.
Yeah, no. The other matches were pretty good. The tag match between Rascals and Laredo Kid and Leon Slater was obviously the best of the show.
We had a tag match between what's her face? No, it wasn't a tag match. It was
a one-on-one match.
Yeah, it was a one-on-one match. One of the tag champions of
Danny Luna versus Heather by Elegance,
yeah,
which was fun. That was fun. That was up there. And so
the
was
personal announcer got thrown out at the beginning of the match.
Another fun knockouts match was, of course, Rosemary versus Zaya Brookside, Light versus Darkness, which almost took the spot for the exciting match, but man, I cannot get over the high-flying abilities of the Rascals and the other guys. It's really cool. And, of course, the main event was serviceable. The main event, of course, was fun, and man, I could do without the system. I just want the system to not exist anymore.
In more ways than one.
Yeah. Now, this year's AEW Dynamite Winter is coming. Now, the first opening tag match. While I don't personally like the DQ finish, I can understand why they did it, and it was all right for the most part. The main event match was okay. It's gonna take me a while for me to get over losing the timeless Tony Storm thing. I'm not crying. You're crying.
I will remember you. Will you remember me?
Now, I will agree with Vicente Guerrero and Mr.
would beat the fuck out of her opponents. I still remember the story Tom Hannafan told about Masha throwing school bullies down a stairwell.
Ugh. But no, as I was trying to say,
that's not horrible at all.
I will agree with Vicente Guerrero and Mr. Quake. Both Will Ospreay and Claudio Castagnoli, they can never have bad matches. They always had great matches. And in this match against each other in the C2, that was fucking awesome. Holy shit, that was great. Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly could have been a great match if their storyline made a lick of sense.
Yeah, no, it's just done.
Yeah, and at this point, everything we've said about Jericho, we already covered that last week. At this point, it'd be beating a dead horse. A dead Canadian horse.
A dead Mounties horse.
Exactly. Now, this week's edition of NXT, the fallout of Deadline, was also pretty fucking awesome. Great tag team match from Julia and Kalani Jordan against Roxanne Perez and Cora Jade. That was awesome. We also had some good matches in between. Javon Evans getting another victory over Wesley was cool. Tony D'Angelo successfully defended his North American title against Ethan Page, continuing Ethan's downward spiral.
All emo Ethan Page, like you said here. That was actually really clever.
Why, thank you.
All right. Take credit where credit's due.
I
All
do.
emo Ethan Page.
And they're setting up Oba Femi versus Trick Williams. These two guys, for the first time ever, are going to clash at New Year's Evil. It's going to be great. I think that Oba Femi is going to be the one to dethrone Trick Willie for the NXT title. Bank on it.
Why would you call it the bank on it? What the fuck?
No, I said I would put my money on that.
Oh, okay. I missed that part. Sorry.
Monopoly money. But anyways,
Whoa.
So
I thought I was the one who was making dark references.
All right. So some announcements to close off before I got something stuck in my mouth. So I got some announcements. Yeah, so here's my announcements before we close the show off. We're going to be returning with Los Amigos Play this Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern. We're going to continue our playthrough of Shadow the Hedgehog.
That's right. Angel's back, bitches!
Yay! It's going to be fun. And, of course, we're going to have a lot more to discuss for this week's edition of the Ravens Vlog, which is every Saturday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern right here on YouTube and Kick. Tune in next week on Wrestle Rewind. As part of our reviews, we'll also be discussing the main event of TNA's Final Resolution, which will be Nick Nemeth going up against AJ Francis for the TNA World title. Or, unless they throw us a curveball and give us a different main event, in which case we will talk about next week. So until then, Juan, plug us away.
Don't mind if I do. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, everybody in between, thank you very much for watching this week's live stream edition of Wrestle Rewind, hosted by Jose Casa. Ho ho ho! Nah! As he reviews for you the best of the worst of three of the most exciting professional wrestling programs in North America today: WWE's NXT, AEW Dynamite, and TNA Impact. Step into the ring every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, simulcasting on YouTube and Kick. Hit the subscribe to the bell button, ring the notification bell to stay up to date on our content. Become a nerd and flock by hitting the join button. Until next time, continue to follow us on Facebook. We're at Facebook.com/TheRavensFlock, Twitter.com/TheRavensFlock13, Instagram.com/TheRavensFlockOnline, Kick.com/TheRavensFlock, and of course, remember to hit the subscribe button and ring that tiny little notification bell right here on our flagship platform, YouTube.com/TheRavensFlock, humble home of the Black Files, Los Amigos Play, Wrestle Rewind, and the Ravens.
All right, folks, thank you for tuning in to another exciting edition of Wrestle Rewind. For Mr. Juan Arouse, I'm Jose Casabona, and I'm going to miss you, Timeless Tony Storm. I'm going to miss you.